Get ready to be spellbound and stunned as we delve into the heart-stopping footage of devastating flash floods, each frame a testament to the overwhelming force that transforms serene landscapes into raging torrents within moments. Brace yourself for a riveting exploration of nature's unrestrained power, captured firsthand by those who found themselves at the mercy of these ferocious and unforgiving deluges. This is not just a visual spectacle, it's a chilling reminder of the awesome and sometimes terrifying might that the natural world can unleash at any given moment. In this video, bestmediatv shows you 55 devastating flash floods ever caught on camera. Without further ado, let's get started. Now let's talk about the flood in Pakistan. I have got to tell you, that was one determined flood. It didn't let anything stand in its way. It's like it turned everything in its path into a trampoline. This Indonesian bridge was built above water level and was not designed to float during floods. Japan has a history of destructive conspiracies. The 2011 Tohoku tsunami and earthquake caused severe coastal flooding. China's capital, Beijing, was under threat of major flooding due to heavy water storms. The devastating flooding in Germany has claimed the lives of at least 40 people, highlighting the urgent need for comprehensive disaster response and mitigation measures. In the summer of 2015, a group of hikers and campers got more than they bargained for when heavy rain triggered a flash flood near the river. Judging from the video, the hikers got caught in the storm and sought cover underneath the rocks overhead. Once the rain stopped, the flooding commenced. The New Zealand bridge is swept away after torrential rain and flood. Floods make building foundations eroded and float away. It was only a matter of time before this 5-story building collapsed. See how floods destroyed a dirt road and uprooted the storm drains? Himachal Pradesh destroying everything in the way. The sheer power of this flood in perspective, as it tore through cities and neighborhoods, the water washed away cars and destroyed buildings, leaving Indians to marvel at the sheer power of Mother Nature. A home that thought it could operate in secrecy in the midst of a rainstorm, but then a large wave swept in and comically washed away the entire structure. Vermont saw approximately 2 months of rain in just a few days, resulting in a flood. A flood in North Carolina quickly washed away cars and residences. This is a horrible moment. You won't believe how fast a flood can fill up a basement. It's like a magic trick, but with water instead of rabbits. Have you ever wondered why first-floor beachfront apartments are significantly less expensive? This footage is from China. It's like a scene straight out of a disaster movie. The flood just engulfs the whole city, taking over the streets like it owns the place. Tiger Leaping Gorge may sound like an adventurous destination, but during monsoon season, it's a whole different story. During floods, it's crucial to remain calm and human. One of 1,300 residences in China was devastated by flood. Fortunately, everyone was safely evacuated. The tsunami came crashing across the Sendai airport. It's insane. In just a matter of minutes, the whole area looked like it was in the middle of the ocean. Water is released during flood season. However, picture the impact of a dam breach. The crazy tsunami that hit Japan. It was like something out of a movie, but not a fun one. This monstrous wave swept through the city, leaving destruction and devastation in its wink cars, were tossed around like tours, and it was a real mess. Dramatic footage shows parked cars being swept away in Ellicott City, Maryland. The community was heartbroken to see so much damage, but fortunately there were no casualties. This Indian city is located in the desert and typically experiences more flooding than it can handle. The city of Joseph, located 30 miles northeast of Tokyo, was among the most affected by flooding. Everyone's goal is to live in a quaint mountain village, until it floods and becomes a waterfall town. Yellowstone River floods causes considerable devastation in the area. Imagine the sheer force of water needed to transform a river into a torrent of rocks. It's like nature's own rock concert, complete with drums and guitars made of stone. Due to flooding in the UAE, the only way to get to the city is by boat, which exacerbates the issue. Easter celebrations were disrupted by flash floods on Flores Island, Indonesia, where the Catholic majority lives. I witnessed what the mayor of Ankara called a disaster like never before. 3 hours worth of heavy rain fell in just 9 minutes, sending walls of water down the streets of Ankara's Mamik district. In total, 164 cars got swept away in the flood, but that wasn't nearly the end. A flash flood in a desert in Israel. Due to flooding, experts believe this is Slovenia's worst natural disaster. The estimated damage runs in millions of dollars. A massive steel bridge broke free from the road and floated down the Bosna River. What they witnessed next was the jaw-dropping power of rushing water. Residents are forced to leave as floodwaters rise due to swollen rivers. Heavy rains in East Africa have caused a portion of Kambela Masaka Road to be closed off due to flooding from the river Katanga. A resident records his neighborhood during hurricane in Florida, and you can see the canal back there overflowing. When the Glomma River overflowed, the hatches could not be unblocked. When heavy rain and forest fires created the perfect situation for a deadly flash flood. What begins as a clear landscape quickly becomes a raging river of ashy water and debris. The current consumes everything in its path and moves along with unrelenting force. In Texas, there were heavy floods that took down a whole bridge. Yeah, you heard that right. The power of Mother Nature was on full display. Dramatic flooding in Salzburg, Austria. Much of the city had to be evacuated due to heavy flood. Flood waves swept away a home in Oklahoma. Flood is the most dangerous disaster, destroying everything. After severe fluency, dozens of people in Japan in flood had to be flown to safety. Can you picture being stranded in that situation? A tidal ball comes crashing down a river in East India. Due to flooding, the edge of town slowly disintegrate into the ocean. This, a flash flood in the middle of the desert. Yep, you heard that right, in the desert. And this poor driver in the white pickup wasn't prepared at all. It's like his truck was possessed by evil, or something more than I believe in myself sometimes. By the way, carousels are also not the best place to hide. This basement window that just couldn't handle the pressure, the floods outside were just too much for it to handle. It went. It's like that window just wanted to take a little swim. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us for more content like this.